this class basically has me currently in an existential crisis as an artist. It shows that I'm being challenged, basically. So my school fees is not going to waste. That's a good thing. You know those classes where you're just looking at your teacher's PowerPoint presentation, waiting for him to get to the bottom? That's the economics class I've just had. My mind wasn't there. My mind wasn't there. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Melissa Joy. If you are not familiar with me, it is Monday morning. I'm going to be taking you with me through a week I plan on making extremely productive. So we'll see how that goes. I hope I will carry this vlog through until the end. But I'm back from home. I am back in my hostel and I'm about to go to school so I can work on something that is due tomorrow. And yeah, it shouldn't take me more than 4 hours or so. I have a class in the afternoon, then I have to go to town for some business stuff. I will take you through my side hustle here in school, and yeah, we will continue with the following day. I am planning on going to the library for the first time today. If it works, we shall see. If I don't end up going because I come back late from town, then you shall also see. But let's get this day started. Quick haul of what I got. That, okay, maybe I should explain my side hustle first. So I basically supply art materials in school. Let me specify and say, for now, screen printing materials. So if you're in need of anything screen printing related, I'm your girl, especially if you're in UON. So that's what I went to pick up in town, and I sell them at a profit in school. So yeah, quick haul of what I got. I got film for screen printing. It's just these clear papers. By the time I post this video, I believe my IGTV video on the screen printing process will be up, so definitely check it out. I will link it in the description box down below if it is out on IGTV. I'm currently editing it, so we shall see. Second thing I got, can't really show it because it will react to the light, so there's photo coat in here. I got silk mesh 5 meters cut up in individual meters, and I got A5 and A3 frames for the screen printing. Right, I'm gonna go shower probably and come work on my brother's CV. I designed it for him on Canva, so there's something that needs editing that only I can edit because he doesn't know how to use Canva. So let's do that.
Ryan Little.
Architecture guys have their pin-up today. So they've left and those are the guys marking their work.
So
just now. Happy Wednesday. I have been reading my Bible this morning as usual. Can I just say glory to God for that being a habit? Like, it's not easy, but for it to become a habit where it's like, ooh, I can't leave the door without reading the Bible. Ooh, I can't fall asleep without having that conviction to read the Bible. Bless the Lord. I'm in the book of Ecclesiastes, yeah? I finished the Psalms, finally. And I am relating like nobody's business. Not that ati nimefika that point where King Solomon You know how King Solomon had so much wealth, he had acquired so many things, he says he's built so many things, he's bought so many slaves have been born in his house. I haven't reached that point. But the things that he says, verse 18, chapter 1, for with much wisdom comes much sorrow, and the more knowledge, the more the grief. And then he goes ahead in chapter 2 to talk about how everything that he gained was meaningless and a chasing after the wind. Nothing that he gained was actually gained under the sun. I feel like a lot of the things that I do, I have that at the back of my mind. And that's why verse 18, for with much wisdom comes much sorrow, the more knowledge, the more grief. It's just like, it's like, ooh, yes, can relate. And there's even a place where he says, he tried to indulge in foolishness and getting drunk on wine, blah, blah, blah. But then again, that reminds me of Proverbs 31, where it talks about how kings shouldn't drink wine and stuff like that. And then you have King Solomon here talking about how he tried to indulge in all that, but at the back of his mind, wisdom kept, ringing a bell. And so verse 18, when he talks about with much wisdom comes much sorrow, I'm just like, I see it, King Solomon, I see it. I have that at the back of my mind in so many of the things that I do. But then again, I have to remind myself that there's a reason why I'm still here today. Everything that God has me to do, I still have to do. In as much as, yes, at the back of my mind, I know this is fleeting, I know this is fading away, I still have to be active, Like the parable, was it the parable of the talents? No, there's another parable, I believe in Matthew 25. Hold on, I'm gonna find it real quick. I believe, no, it's not the parable of the talents, Banner. Parable of the lost sheep? I don't know, but there's a parable I was reading the other day where a master left. I'm kind of leaning towards parable of the talents here. But the whole point of the parable was when the master came back, he found people working, or rather like people who are walking in line with their purpose, people who are actually doing things and they weren't just sitting around. You get me? Thinking about it, it actually was the parable of the talents, and that's how I actually understood it this week or last week or whenever whenever I read it. And what I took from it was, how there were 3 servants with the one master, and 2 of them made profit out of the talents they were given, and the other one hid it as he waited for his master to return. And the master wasn't pleased with those actions, but was rather pleased by the ones who made profit out of what they were given. Yeah, so the ones who made profit were working with what they were given, and they weren't just chilling, waiting for their master's return and not using the time and the opportunity and the resources that they were given. So yeah, it was the parable of the talents. Excuse the noise. I am no longer in my quiet home, my parents' quiet home. So it's a bit away. And so that's something I've really been thinking about. Because if you've been following my IGTV videos, I've been in this space where I'm just like, what's the point of anything? What's the point of us doing everything that we do? Why isn't Jesus back already? I've been in that space for a couple of months now. But just reading this and reading, whatever I read in Matthew, whatever parable that was, I'm just like, it's not pointless. There's a reason why God didn't, take you to be with him yesterday, and the reason why you woke up today, Melissa, the reason why you woke up today. So as much as you feel like things are pointless, everything that you're chasing after is, you just chasing after the wind, the way King Solomon felt. That is wisdom at the back of your mind. That is knowledge at the back of your mind. That is the Holy Spirit in you, reminding you that you're not of this world in as much as you are in this world. So because you are in this world, make the most of the opportunity that you have in this world. Whew. Soon you shall be your maker and everything will be amazing. Have a nice day, guys. It's Wednesday. Did I say that? Yeah. I'll see you in school.
Ryan Little.
One down, 9 more to go. So I've made some modifications. I've given the ends that don't have flaps, newspaper flaps, because with the first one, I realized you can see some of the green from the embossed paper underneath on the edges. Right there. So to get rid of that, I've given the edges that are showing newspaper flaps, so that even as they're folded, this is what you'll be seeing on the edges. Right, let us finish this assignment. Objects are ready. We'll assemble in class tomorrow. But I'm so happy I'm done. Okay, so back from town, went to get some more stuff for my side hustle that I've been taking you through this week. It's been a hectic week. This isn't always how it is, but this week is just unique in terms of side hustle, but in terms of schoolwork, it's pretty much how it usually is. Yeah, so I'm packing for tomorrow. I have 3 classes tomorrow. I've got the 3D studies, which is why I was making these. Then I've got HIV and AIDS, which is a common unit. And then I have Introduction to Economics, which is also another common unit. So yeah, Friday is my most hectic day in terms of school work, but right now I want to start sketching for my typography class. I have an assignment due. What you saw me doing on my laptop was my photography assignment, which I just need to print now, but it's due on Wednesday, so I might print tomorrow or Saturday depending on when I go back to town. It's because today I didn't have the paper ready, so that's why I didn't do that. Then yeah, after I do my sketches for that, I will go shower and sleep early because I was hella tired this morning. And my class tomorrow starts very early, and considering I have 3 classes, I need all the sleep I can get tonight. So catch you tomorrow, I guess. She's still going. You know those classes where you're just looking at your teacher's PowerPoint presentation, waiting for him to get to the bottom? That's the economics class I've just had. My mind wasn't there. My mind wasn't there. I'm currently studying for one of my favorite theory subjects. It's called African Art and Design. And this class always leaves me challenged. Whenever I exit our Google Meet meetings, I'm just like, what am I doing? What is the point of everything that I create? What is the point of my artwork? Melissa, why are you a creative? What is the purpose of everything that you create? Not that it makes me feel like I shouldn't be creating, I shouldn't be making art, but it just challenges me to actually push boundaries and move from this Western theme that we've adopted for art being decorative and aesthetically pleasing and, you know, just good to look at and but instead move towards this African traditional direction of artwork being functional, not just something you see and you admire and you compliment and you go, but something that you can actually use, something that can actually have an impact on you. Even if it is just something you're looking at, can it challenge your mindset? Can it make you think? Can it make you question? Can it make you learn? Stuff like that. So this class basically has me currently in an existential crisis as an artist, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's an important stage to be in because it shows that I'm being challenged, basically. So my school fees is not going to waste. That's a good thing. But why I came on here is I'm studying for today's class and I'm seeing, like, I even had to look at this twice, right? I'm doing a case study. I'm going through a case study for the Mende people of Sierra Leone. And there was this mask that they would wear. I don't know if they still do today. I believe so. Maybe like hidden because FGM is something that has been fought against and continues to be fought against today. And we all know initiation ceremonies for women have to involve FGM if you're talking traditional African culture. But yeah, there's this mask that they would wear in Sierra Leone for the initiation ceremonies of women. And this mask basically brought out all of the ideal African features on an African woman. And one of the features is a ringed neck, as in, you know, when you've gained weight and then you have like rolls on your neck. That is a beauty standard in Sierra Leone. And I'm reading it and I'm just like, what do you mean? And it's making me think about what I was thinking about yesterday as I was walking from school to where I stay. And I was just thinking about the beauty industry, and I thought of how ironic it is that the beauty industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry simply based on the fact that they have sold lies to everybody based on how you look. What I mean by that is, I'll give you a plain example. White Caucasians have been told by the beauty industry that they shouldn't be as white as they naturally are. So the beauty industry brings them tanning products to make them darker. Then they've sold another lie to Africans, telling them you shouldn't be as dark as you naturally are. So the beauty industry sells us bleaching creams to make us whiter. So for the beauty industry, the only way they make as much bank as they do is by telling each and every one of us that we shouldn't look the way we naturally look. So we will sell us products to solve the problem that they have created. Solve in quotes, because it never actually solves, which is why we keep buying and buying and buying and buying, because you're buying a product to make you look like something you are not created to look like, so you will never actually meet the beauty standard you are striving to meet. So seeing that an African beauty standard is having a ringed neck, yet so many of us, we look at our ringed necks, or even just lines that begin to form on our necks, myself included, and be like, oh my gosh, I'm gaining weight, I don't look good, I need to fix that. It's saddening, because last week when this class ended, we were talking about the function of African art and design in today's contemporary world. And we studied artists like Esther Malangu and Andile Dialvane and a bunch of other people, Patrick Mukabi, another Kenyan lady who actually has the title Lady bestowed onto her by the Queen of England. Big things. But at the end of that class, after having studied those people, I realized that their art is a form of storytelling, a form of them passing their African heritage from one generation to another. The things that they learned from their African backgrounds are the things that are the statements in their artwork, and is what is making their artwork not only sell, but push and teach others about their traditional African backgrounds. And so it challenged me, because I'm born and raised in Nairobi. I am Jaluo, I only know half of my mother tongue, right? I'm not very much connected to my African roots. But you guys know I don't support 100% every single thing that is traditionally African, because the African cultures are rooted in ancestral worship and a lot of witchcraft. But that isn't to say there aren't some things that are beautiful, there aren't some things that are good from our traditional African cultures. And so this class, African Art and Design, really challenges me every single time to make my art more African, more of what native African art was about. Because if I and my generation lose touch with our roots, then Africanism or African culture disappears more and more as time goes on. And it will be sad because it's happening. We're getting so westernized that the African culture is slowly disappearing and dying off. And I don't want that to happen because Africa is beautiful. If our culture disappears, then we are a people that lack our identity, right? So yeah, just something I'm thinking about.
Herosa.